Hello, everybody. Brad Allen Hensley here. I wasn't feeling so good for, you know, since the last time I went live, I got sick. Doesn't happen often. Last time I was sick was 2012, 2014. So it's been a minute since I was sick. But it put me down for a day, and then I got up, started doing stuff, but I still wasn't 100%. I still don't think I'm 100% yet. My anger's a bit out of control still, but it's getting better. But yeah, I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than I was. The way you can tell that I'm feeling better, one, I'm online again, and two, I'm smoking again. Sorry for my hair. It ain't not wanting to cooperate today. It just does not want to cooperate. All day long, it's been like, like I stuck my finger in a light socket. But until anyone comes here, let's talk about what's been going on in the news. Trump won the election, and to anyone who asks, that's what I mean by we won. Yes, I know, technically, I lost the election. I never thought I'd win, but I still won. Why? Because it is my right as a red blooded American male over 35 to run for president. See, there are certain requirements to be president of the United States of America. The first and foremost, you have to be born in this country, in a territory we own, or on a military base that we own. So if you're born on the military base in Okinawa, Japan, you are still an American citizen and you therefore can still become president. Two, the minimum age that someone can become president or legally run for president is 35 years old. I am 50. I am 15 years past that. I have run twice now. Thought I did a decent campaign. Did not win. But seeing how I would have to be a write-in candidate because I do not have the money to get my name on the ballot, it is damn near impossible for me to win. Now, does that mean that I'm going to ever give up? No. I'm kind of like Don Quixote from the Man of La Mancha. I will keep swinging and keep fighting at that windmill until, well, either I die or I get the results and change something. That's just me. I've been known to fight a few windmills and keep coming and coming and coming. That's me. You knock me down, I'll come back harder, stronger, faster. You know, I'm not a weeble because weebles wobble and they don't fall down, but you can knock me down, but I'm going to keep getting up. Like Sylvester Stallone said in the movie Rocky Balboa to his son, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can be hit and keep getting back up again. Because life will beat the hell out of you. The only difference is whether or not you give up and whether or not you stay down for the count. You keep getting back up. No matter how hard life hits you, keep getting back up. Because that's what winners do. And you're my kid. You're a winner. But yeah, so I get knocked down, I'll come back up. Might take me a minute to get up, but I'll get my ass up off the ground and come back at you harder. Just because I don't stop. I've never been one to back off from a fight, never been one to shy from a fight, never been one to just roll with the punches and let things go when I see injustice. And I don't mean social injustice, which is made up bullshit, but I mean actual injustice, such as a man beating a woman, or parents beating children, or a man raping a woman, or the other way around, because it does happen. I'm that asshole that will stand up and fight. No matter what, I fight. Fighting with my hair right now, and I ain't giving up. It will fucking stay where it don't look so damn bad. Damn. But yeah, Donald Trump has made some kick ass fucking announcements, man. He put Tom Horman as the new border czar. Fucking A right. The man was a border patrol agent. He was a cop in New York City. And he went before Congress and totally, I mean, fucking totally roasted. He kicked AOC's ass. Where she tried to say, well, the asylum seekers have broken the law. He quoted Section 8 of the fucking U.S. immigration law. Damn, I loved it. And he mentioned how, and she mentioned about family separation, and he mentioned when I was a cop, if I arrested someone for domestic abuse, I separated him from his family. If I'm driving drunk and a cop arrests me, he will separate me from my family. And just recently, someone asked him, is there a way for families not to be separated during deportation? He said, yes, we can deport the whole family. That's based. I fucking loved it, man. That shit was based. And that's what we need. We need someone who's not going to take no fucking prisoners, not going to kowtow to the fucking dumbasses and tell them, fuck you, this is how the law states. We're doing it the legal way. Now, there was a time when I very much was down with the gray area of the law. You know, I've broken more than my share of the law. Been caught a hell of a lot less times than I did. And as a result, I've done time. But you know what? I come out as a better person because I chose while I was there not to let that issue define me, but rather to use it to better myself. And I did. I studied the law and found out I have quite the proclivity for the law, and I enjoy it. It's kind of a dry read, makes you tired at times, but you know what? When you're typing it out as you're reading it, at least for me, I remember that shit. And I remember some fucking off the wall fucking laws, man. And I mean off the wall, like laws from like fucking 1800s. And I don't mean like late 1800s. I mean, there was a law on the books in New York State until 1895. And that law was done back in 1802. And I remember. And to be honest, Texas had the same law. I think it's still on the Texas books, although not enforced. And that is that if you cuss in front of a man, in front of a woman or a child, or you spit on the ground in front of them, your ass could have been thrown in jail. Yep. That's fucked up, but I remember that law. So, yeah. I don't know if anyone's going to come in here. I let someone know that I was going live, a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a little bit. I kind of hope she shows up. So I'm going to wait and see. But yeah, it's been an eventful few days. I got sick, but I'm good. I'm good to go now. Not 100% yet. I'd say I'm about 99.4. Not quite 100% yet. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably be exactly 100% ready to go. Carte block, ready to rock, as I used to say. But we'll see. Ah, excuse me. I've been needing to do that one. Yeah, he took a former ranger and put him in a position where he can do the most good. You know, he set him up for a position he could do the most good in. You know, he took, he's got Elon Musk going for efficiency to make the government more efficient. I mean, Trump has been fucking kicking ass on his cabinet. Damn near every one of his appointees I agree with. Hell, actually, if I'm going to be honest, I think I might have approved of all his appointees, but I'm still doing my end of the background checks, looking into what their past was, what the policies and all that, what they used to align with, because I don't want us getting in this situation again where, I'm going to have to say, well, yeah, I did back that one. Boy, was I wrong. Trump is, he's doing good. And it's funny how the left is now, certain people on the left are now trying to say that it was, that he stole the election. Funny how that goes. When they win, they want to say that the election wasn't stolen and it's all good. And when they lose, he stole the election. I never said someone stole the election. I just said that the fucking numbers did not add up. And they didn't. But we'll say this. What happened to that extra 10 million votes that Biden supposedly got? Where are they? Oh, yeah, that was during COVID. That was when they did the mail-in voting, which we got away from as a nation. We got away from mail-in votings in the 30s or 40s because they were able to see the potential for it to be misused, corrupted, and taken advantage of. So, yeah. I mean, damn, this hair of mine is not acting right. But, yeah, get something to drink. And I just might decide to go in and run a comb through my hair, see if that fixes my hair yet. So, hang on a minute, I gotta sit you down while I get me something to drink. All I got to drink is water, but water's good for you, right? As long as you don't drink too much of it and get water drunk, water's good for you. And yes, I didn't think you could, but you can get something called water drunk. So when you drink too much water too quick, your body cannot adequately deal with it, and you actually act like you're drunk. But all you drink is water. But you get the slurred speech and everything as if you've been having a few too many drinks. Oh, that tastes good. Good and cold. Good and cold. I'll sit this down, go run a comb through my hair, and then See if that helps. Because not being able to have my hair properly done is honestly driving me a bit insane. So bear with me while I try to set up the phone here. So there it goes. Mm. All right, that's it. That's it. You don't want to do the right thing, piece of hair. Oh hell, it's more than one. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't buzzing my head. There we go. There we go. A little bit of water does the trick. So, yes, they don't see anyone in here. Let's see. We've been on 16. We'll give it 30 minutes. If no one shows up, I'll hop off and try again later. Yeah, I'll wait to cook dinner until I'm done with the live. I'm gonna cook me some chops. And I think I got either vegetables or potatoes to go with it. Oh, shit. I gotta make cigarettes. Well, we can do that while I'm live. That's the good part. There we go. Now I can talk and look over and see if anyone's in yet. And y'all can see me while I'm making my cigarette. Put tobacco in. Use a pencil to tap it down. Give it a couple of taps to make sure everything's down to the filter. So I'm not wasting any space. And voila. One each cigarette made. Every so often though, you gotta clean out the machine because pieces of tobacco will fall down. So technically it's not cigarette tobacco, it's pipe tobacco, but it's Gambler. One of these will last me a couple of days, 2 to 3 days or so. So for $4 and change, it's not a bad deal. Not the best deal, but it's not a bad deal. And if I go to Smoker's Choice, it's still like $3 and change per bag. So going to Mobile, I pay, $1 and change more for the convenience of going to mobile. Oh, there's my Zippo lighter fluid. I was looking for that all fucking day today. Hot damn. There we go. She's full. She's dripping off the other end. It means it's good and full. Oh, yeah. She's ready. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the kicker right there for Zippo. Ooh, ah. Thank God Almighty I found my Zippo. I knew I had the fluid. I just had to find it. And I looked on my table too, and I was like, it ain't here, it ain't here, it ain't here. Shit, where is it? Well, now I found it. Okay, I'm down to the pile I had that is smoked tobacco, which means it's tobacco I've already smoked. See, when I run out of these, I will reuse tobacco. It's kind of how I make it to last. You know, I mix in some of the already smoked tobacco, usually at the bottom of the pile, so that when I get down to it, I know. And it tastes a lot better too when you're using fresh tobacco. Gives it a nicer, smoother taste when you pull. Yeah, I don't know what I had, but I had something. It made me dizzy. It made me cough. Made me feel like I was queasy. I didn't puke or anything, but it was only a day that it was really bad. And I mean, man, I was sick on Veterans Day, which sucked because I'm a vet and I like to try to get out for anything to do with the vets. But I did go and at least show my support. But I was not feeling good at all, man. I couldn't stay. Normally I stay for the whole ceremony they have here in Cobleskill, where we take down the pictures of the veterans. Normally I'm there and I help retire some of the pictures that nobody steps up to retire. But this year I couldn't do it. And it broke my heart. It killed me. Because, well, I like to do that. But that's life. Things happen. You deal with it and you move on. You put on your big boy pants, your big girl pants, and you fucking grow up and deal with it. You know, as we used to say in Texas, you cowboy up and deal with it. What's that mean? It means that when something doesn't go your way, you don't moan, bitch, whine, and complain about it. You say, well, shit happens. It's my turn to take a big bite of that shit sandwich from life and fucking get through it. And the best way to get through eating a shit sandwich when it's your turn is to close your eyes, bite, chew, swallow, repeat till gone. And I do have a message to the libtards out there and to those who don't love this country, and that is simply this. If you don't love this country, What the fuck you doing in it? Seriously, if you don't love this country, what the fuck you doing in it? Leave it. Go live somewhere else. Go try your shit in fucking Saudi Arabia. Go try your shit in Gaza. Go try your shit in Iran. They won't have it. They'll kill you. Go try your shit in fucking North Korea. Same thing. You'll be thrown in prison or dead. Go try your shit in Cuba. Same thing. Thrown in prison or dead. Go try your shit in Venezuela. Same thing. Prison or dead. That's just fucking how it is. If you're in this country, you don't have to agree with everything. Because God fucking knows there's a lot of shit that I don't agree with. But at least love the fact that this country gives you the ability to run your mouth and spout whatever the fuck you want to spout. But it also gives other people to challenge you. It gives them the same ability to challenge you and ask you for receipts. And where did you get this information? How long have you thought this? And how did you come by this? What's the studies? What's the science of the matter? And if you can't prove it, or if they prove that you're wrong, well, it gives them the chance to do that, and you have the ability to look like a dumbass. That's the good thing about America. We don't have to always agree on every little thing. As long as we can come together as Americans, we're golden. See, there was a time in our nation when black people couldn't vote. Hell, black people couldn't even fucking be free. And a bunch of people said that's wrong. We need to do something to correct it. And thus, the Republican Party was formed. That's right, everybody. It's a little bit of history time here with good old Uncle Brad. President during the 1800s was a man named Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. He was the first Republican. He helped start the party, and he wasn't down with slavery. Until then, people who weren't down with slavery were called the, let's see, absolutionist was the term they used. They were the Absolutionist Party. They weren't down with slavery. Now, the fucked up part is that there were free black men. And those free black men owned a hell of a lot more black slaves than white people did. Kind of funny, ain't it? But yet, you got the Democrat Party today saying white people should pay reparations. Well, I got a question for the Democrat Party about that. Should the descendants of the black people who owned slaves, should they pay reparations? And if we're going to go the reparations bit and who should pay, well, then I think there's quite a few countries in fucking Africa who should be forced to pay reparations because white men didn't run over into Africa, run up on a bunch of unsuspecting African people, throw a net over them, and cart them off to the ship. We didn't have to. You see, Africans have been enslaving Africans since time immemorial. So if you want to go down the reparations rabbit hole, I think they ought to pay. And I think they ought to pay the lion's share. Now, slavery wasn't cool then, it's not cool now. And I'll stand up and defend anyone who's being discriminated against, and I'll fight anyone who's a fucking racist. And I'll fight him to the death because that's who I am. But on the same note, when it comes to history, I'm going to point out the inconsistencies of anybody. It could be fucking Martians trying to say that something about history that's incorrect, and I would correct them. God himself could come down with dementia and try to say something that was incorrect about history and slavery, and well, I would correct him. Or if it was God, I guess I wouldn't be correcting him. I would be doing what's called rebuking him, which is a gentle form of saying I would correct his ass. I would rebuke him. I would correct his ass. Because, hey, slavery is never cool. Now, there's such a thing as being a servant and an indentured servant. And while it might seem like an indentured servant is a slave, it is not. An indentured servant is someone who owes a debt and is working to pay off that debt. Back in the day, the way people became maids or butlers in England was they owed the master of the house a debt that they could not pay. They got, let's say they were gambling, they got in over their head. The master would then put them to work in a job that they were qualified for, and they would become butlers or maids. So, yeah. Well, I'm not down with indentured servitude. For my taste, it's a little too close to slavery. But I do understand the difference. So, but that's me. I grew up, for the most part, in Texas. I mean, we moved up here when I was young, when I was 13. So I was, I pretty much knew right from wrong when we moved up here. But while I lived in Texas, I had crosses burnt on my lawn, and this was during the 80s. I had crosses burned on my lawn. I did a lot of fighting because of people calling me a race traitor because I hung out. Hell, damn near every one of my friends, damn near, was either black or Mexican. I think I had exactly 3 white friends my entire life in Texas. 3 white friends growing up. The rest of my friends were black or Hispanic. So I got called some pretty vile names. I got a lot of bad shit happen to me. And I did a hell of a lot of fighting over it. My friends would get called a name that I didn't like. My response was simple. You want to call them that? Put your fucking hands up or take it back and shut up. As a result, I've had my ass kicked and I've done a lot of ass kicking. I know I can take a punch and I know I can land a punch. That knowledge has proven invaluable in my life because I know if I get hit, I might get knocked down, I might get knocked out. But I know that on the next time around, because trust me, there is going to be a next time that we fight. And as soon as I heal up, that fight's coming again. And I won't, I won't start the first fight. But if I get beat, I'm going to run my mouth at the person until they fight me again. And if they beat me again, I want to heal up and keep coming back. I keep coming and coming and coming until either they fucking would get their ass beat by me, or they would say, you know what, fuck it. You too crazy to know when you've been beat. Let's be friends. As a result, I made a lot of good friends that I know to this day I can count on. Anthony and his cousin, Tutu, Pig. Pig I didn't fight because that was her nickname. Skinny little girl. Skinny as a real little girl. I miss her. I wonder how she's doing. I just don't remember her real name, so I can't look her up. But they lived right next door to me. Her and her brother fucking Tutu. And I can't remember his fucking real name either. Lived right next door to me in Bell Oaks in 87. And we were tight. I mean, we were fucking tight. They were my friends. You know? Shit, I dropped a cigarette. Made so many that one fell out of my hand. Here we go. Let's see, how many I just made? 3, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Yeah, 8. There's one smoke now. There's 10. I just made 10 cigarettes like that. So, all right, I guess nobody's gonna come on here. Maybe because they can't. Maybe my friend didn't get the message I sent her. But I'll try back in a little bit. So, yeah. Until next time, have a good night. And remember to use your brain. It's the one weapon nobody can take from you.